You are now listening to the HBCU Wall Street podcast.
Well, great to have you, Kyle. How are you today?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm great, man. Doing great. And so we have with us today Aggie, of course. You see the shirt. I know you all see it. But we have an Aggie. We have Kyle Carter. We have an engineering student with a minor in finance. If I say anything wrong, correct me. He prides himself, of course, of being a leader among leaders. We're going to get into finding exactly who Kyle is. We're going to find out a little bit about what he does. We're going to understand the financial mind that he has, and we're just going to have some fun on today. So, Kyle, is there anything that I missed? What else would you want the people to know about you that I didn't say?
I would say I just want people to know that I'm big on integrity. I work extremely hard, and I really do enjoy helping people and giving back to the community.
Wow, that sounds so much like a true Aggie. So much like a true Aggie. So, it's great to talk to current Aggie students. You're Aggie for life, but it's been wow. It's been, a while since I've been a student on the campus. I'll just say that, but it's great to know that Aggie pride is still alive, to know that the excellence that we personify is still being carried, that torch is still lit. But we're going to get into it. We're going to find out a little bit about who you are. So you're a third-year engineering student, correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. I definitely remember some of my times stressing out of McNair Hall. But,
yeah.
I remember those times. But we're going to talk to you about who you are now. So just jumping into what you do. Now, you started a company called HBUCTRADES, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want y'all to hear that. First of all, third-year engineering student. I didn't say graduate yet, but third-year engineering student started already a company called HBUCTRADES. Now, what made you want to start that?
So pretty much, I got into trading my freshman year of college. Right when COVID was still going on, we were still sitting around the house a lot. And I had a conversation with my mother, and I told her, what should I do with the money that I was receiving from unemployment, because unemployment checks were coming back around that time as well. So I got into long-term investing. And then I saw on my Instagram feed one day, it was a day trader who popped up on my feed, and his name was Abu. And he was pretty much a seasoned trader. And then one of his friends was offering a course at the time. So I pretty much paid for that course. And then he ended up not giving me the full service for the source. So that pretty much is like sparked my interest into trading even more, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to get this knowledge from this individual. I'm going to have to pretty much find it for myself. And in search for that knowledge, and in search of like different strategies to be successful in trading, I really did find a passion for it, and just a passion for wanting to understand more about the markets in itself. And one thing of which I realized when I was learning how to trade was that I was pretty much doing a lot of it by myself. I didn't have really anybody else to bounce ideas off of. So that was a little bit of like something that I was very cognizant of. And I wanted to be able to change that in regards to like other people when they want to learn how to understand the financial markets for themselves. So that's one of the reasons which made me start HBUCTRADES. And I pretty much got into trading because I understand that like it's two, like everybody knows like the two pillars of like wealth, whether it's like through stocks or through real estate. At the time, I didn't have an excess amount of capital to pretty much invest into a property based off of the knowledge of which I had at that time. So I pretty much put everything in the stocks, and that really did like spark my interest and made me want to keep going in regards to like finance.
Good stuff. You said something very important. So I'm definitely familiar with this world. I mean, I have investments right now in both real estate and stocks. I've flirted with some day trading. I actually took a course. And so I'm using that to kind of build my portfolio a little bit. Day trading, currency trading. And so, but you said something that was extremely important, and I want everybody to catch that. You said you initially paid for a course, you initially hired someone to teach you something, and you didn't get what you want. But you didn't just stop and say, oh, well, I tried. You said, okay, no, how can I figure out how to make this happen? And I think that's key for you and for everyone else that has such a entrepreneurial mindset. Like that's lesson 101 for an entrepreneur. Like your first idea, your first crack at it is usually not going to work.
Right.
And that's with anything in life. Like life, the success you want in life is only going to come through a series of failures. The knowledge you want in life is only going to come through failing, trying to messing up, trying not getting it, trying it falling apart, but continue to try. So I think that's huge what you just said. You know, I tried something even as a young man, it didn't work, but I just said, hey, let me figure out another way to go. And I think that mindset is amazing. And that's going to take you far in business.
Thank you.
Very, very far. So what I have to ask every Aggie that I have on this platform, it means a lot to me. But when someone says the words to you, Jiho, what does that mean to you? Because all those Aggies, we have our different explanation, our different feelings behind it, our different passions for it. What does Jiho mean to you, Kyle?
Honestly, I would just pretty much put it in the words of a sense of family. This year, I actually experienced my first Jiho because my freshman year, I didn't have the Jiho experience because everything was locked down with COVID. My sophomore year, last year, it was a decent experience. We had a good amount of people come out, but this year was a completely different vibe. You're welcome to any group of people, and there we'll have a very good conversation with you, a very intellectual conversation, and everyone's extremely welcoming. And it's like a real family environment. And everybody just having a good time, kicking back, having a good time with their loved ones. So it's definitely a good vibe too. And then people come here from all across of the United States. So it's like just seeing that and just seeing the type of environment that our culture brings is very important. Was very eye-opening and important to for me to see as well as others.
That is amazing. And I'm glad you got to experience it. Let me tell you, and some of the older Aggies, we've talked about this. For the past 2 years, I'm like, yo, I feel sorry for these younger Aggies. They haven't seen it yet. Year one, COVID, year two, it was a little something, but it wasn't Jiho. And I'm like, yo, I just want them to experience it. There's nothing like Jiho. And let me tell you, someone who's been to 20 plus Jiho, 20 plus. It doesn't get old. It doesn't get stale. I was just excited this year. I think I was more excited this past year for Jiho than I ever have been, only because, there was a 2-year kind of
2-year drought, right? Yeah.
I was like, I ain't doing that right now. So being away for 2 years and coming back, and other people who hadn't been there already for 3 or 4 years, so many people came back. And you're right. I literally had friends, not just people I know. I had friends coming in to Jiho from California, from New York, from Abu Dhabi, from Africa, from Japan, all over the world. It was like, yo, we coming back for Jiho, that's on the schedule. And what you said, there's a family atmosphere that's unmatched. What you said is so true. Most Aggies you ask about Jiho, family is going to come up, because that's what it is. It's like a huge family cookout / party that lasts for days. There's no drama. Everyone's happy. Everyone's eating, drinking. Everyone's enjoying themselves. And what you said, I meet Aggies all the time, and it's I had a friend of mine come with me years back, and they were like, oh, everybody, and so many people, and that one old man you were talking to, it was just so much love. How long have you known him? And I was like, probably about a total of 10 minutes when he was there. I didn't know him. He was like, what? I was like, yo, he's an Aggie. I'm an Aggie. That's all we need to know.
That's all we need to know, right?
It's all love. And he was like, yo, are you serious? You just walked up to a random person, they fed you. I'm like, listen, I've been trying to tell y'all for years, this is what Jiho is all about. So I'm so happy you got to experience that. That was amazing. Now, let me ask you this. So everybody has kind of their metric of what success is and how they view success, or what success means to them. How do you view success, and what do you think you have to do to accomplish everything that you desire, everything you intend to?
At HBC Wall Street, we're always looking for new ways to help each and every one of you reach your financial goals. With that in mind, we want to introduce you to Kinley. Kinley is a financial services company on a mission to level the playing field and help Black America build generational wealth. Kinley is a financial services company, not a bank. Banking services provided by the Bancorp Bank, member FDIC. By downloading the app and applying for a Kinley deposit account, you can get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit Enjoy no hidden monthly fees, including no minimum balances and no overdraft fees. Plus, you'll have overdraft protection up to $100 and so much more. Visit www.hbcwallstreet.com to download the app today.
Perfect. I really do like that question. Everyone does view success differently, whether it's through like monetary value or like the amount of impact you're able to have on other people's lives, or just simply just living the life of which you deem fit for yourself. The way I view success is a mixture of all three. I really do believe that the impact that you're able to have on other people's lives and who you are as a person in regards to your character, integrity, and how you're able to lead others is very important. Monetary value is very impactful as well, because with money, you're able to impact a lot of different things. So like in regards to how I view success is really about just being a strong characteristic person in regards to like building on the skills of which other people have. So let's give you an example. For HBCU Trades, an example, the fee to join HBCU Trades is $35. And those $35 will then go into a scholarship fund for uprising high school seniors that will then be distributed to them in the form of a stock. So like everyone remembers like their first investment. So what we are doing at HBCU Trades is all of the money of which we acquire through this nonprofit organization. We're going to issue a scholarship fund for each one of those high school students. And then once they graduate from high school, they will then be given mentorship from one of the 10 members on the HBCU e-board. So that's just one of the things we're trying to impact them as well. And then for the people who pay the $35 fee, we're trying to get them knowledge on the investment market, whether it's through the Forex market, indexes, or just the stock market in general. So we're giving them the opportunity to learn and familiarize themselves with the stock market as well. Because I know that other courses can be very expensive. So the $35 fee is a lot less than they would have to pay anywhere else. So we're impacting the people who will then join the organization, as well as the people who will pretty much join the organization later on through the form of the scholarship, and then get their that first investment for them. So those are just the like big things of which I am like prominent on, is just the impact of which I'm able to have on other people, how I'm able to impact myself as well as the people that I really do care about the most, and just being a leader among leaders among the people that I value as well. So
Absolutely. That is great. And I want to say that's amazing with what you're doing and how you're doing it. Because I've paid for some courses. I've looked into Forex trading. I have some investments in Forex. And so it was a whole lot more than $35. And so listen, y'all better pay attention. Listen up. This could really get you. And this is a young man who knows exactly what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. Take advantage of. And we're gonna have to talk offline, because like I said, I've dabbled a little bit in Forex. I'm still learning some things. We'll have to talk offline. But what you said is definitely important. I think success, everybody views success differently. I used to view success as tied to money. Now I feel that what you said, money definitely elevates and multiplies success. But I think success is definitely more of a character trait, is more of an internal thing than anything else. It's more of a mindset than anything else. Because when you become successful, I've said this for years, I don't believe money makes people successful. I believe money simply magnifies who they are as a person for the world to see. And so if you're an amazing person, more money is just going to make you it's going to give you the opportunity to do more amazing things. If you're a shitty person, then more money is just going to give you an opportunity to really show your ass and really, embarrass the culture, embarrass yourself, your family. So I definitely agree with that. But I love your mindset. And that mindset is priceless. That mindset is so key, because again, you have your mind set to where it needs to be, and you understand the beginning of the journey, because success is a journey. It's a journey. And definitely I encourage you, enjoy the journey, because success is not a destination. I can tell you, I've achieved some great things in my life, but none of those things gave me it made me feel good for a moment. It did make me feel accomplished, but it didn't contribute to my success the overall way I thought it would. It was just like oh, okay, that was great. Now what's next?
That was
That
it.
was great. Now what's next? That was great. Now I appreciate it. It's valuable, but it just changed the way I thought. So I'm excited that I'm talking to someone again. I love to have conversations with intellectuals. I love to have conversations with people that understand business. I love to have conversations with people that are grinding and are making something and are stepping outside the norm and doing something that most people aren't doing. Because I wasn't thinking about anything like you're thinking. My third year at A&T, I was. The sad part, I'll be honest with you. The sad part is, my third year, I didn't have too much of school on my mind. Like I loved my college experience, but around my third year, like class was just getting in my way. Like I just needed, So now I rebounded. I got myself together. I graduated, doing great in life now. But I'm grateful that you have that mindset. At such an early age. Now, let me ask you this: when it comes to, outside of just GHO, the Aggie family in general, your experience at A&T. For me, it was lifelong relationships that were cultivated. I gained family, so much family, more family than I could have ever imagined. What has been your experience just as a day-to-day student in the culture of A&T?
Honestly, the culture at A&T is honestly amazing. Coming in from my freshman year, once again, we came in during COVID times. I definitely still came in that fall semester, even when like COVID was still a big thing. But the people who were on the campus at that given time were all amazing people. And I got to know each and every one of them just because it was a small pool of us, whether it was a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We all pretty much united and just became one big group. Like everyone knew each other. And once again, even now, like everyone knows each other at A&T. You could walk down the hallways, you could be at the third floor of the student center, and then somebody will still like see you walking in from the first floor and just say like, hello, like yell at the top of their lungs. And like we do our chants like in the middle of the student center broad, like it could be raining outside, snowing outside, it could be like terrible weather, but we're still in a great mood, like having very intellectual conversations with one another as well. And it's a lot of like-minded individuals at A&T, whether it's like you're an entrepreneurial mind or if you're very like work related. There's nothing wrong with not having an entrepreneurial mindset if you want to go into the work field. You can find your own mesh of people regardless of what area of life you want to focus in. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things about A&T. It doesn't matter like where you come from. It doesn't matter what you're trying to focus in. It just matters that you are a genuine person and you're uplifting to other people because they will then tend to uplift you. And then that's just like one of the biggest things about A&T. Everyone loves each other. Everyone knows each other, and we're all uniquely ourselves.
Absolutely. That was the one thing, one of my biggest takeaways from college, one of my biggest takeaways from A&T is coming to a place where I met so many other Black people that were striving and doing the work to be successful and laying the foundation for success in their life from so many different other places, from so many different other cultures. I mean, even here in this United States, like the cultures are vastly different from New York to California to the South to the Midwest. Like the culture's so different. We had students from England, students from Africa, like students from all over the globe. And all of those cultures were so different, but there was something intrinsically on the inside of us that linked us all together. And it was like a familiarity. It's just like, family from other places in the world that you all get together and you're still all family. You still share that same blood that runs through your veins. Right. So that's what I love the most about A&T. And this, you're saying some of the same things. Like some of the stuff you're talking about, we did the same things. Like you'd be yelling for me. Like the cafeteria is 5 o'clock when I was at A&T. Oh my God. I'm talking about, the DJs sometimes. Oh, yeah. Like it was lit. I'm like, yo, I was not ready for this. I didn't know this was gonna be ingrained in my learning experience. But it was such a big family atmosphere. We had so much fun. And we learned, and we got a degree, and it built the foundation for us to make money later. So it's an amazing experience. So, but I'm glad, talking to you, I get excited because I'm like, yes, like it's still there. Like, and when I talk to other students as well, I'm like, yo, they still get to experience what we experience. They still get the feel that we feel. And it's not going to leave because it's like this, when all of you as seniors and juniors, when the new batch of freshmen come in, they're going to adapt to what they see. Like the freshman class is not going to change the culture by itself. They're going to be ingrained in the culture. And so they're going to take on the characteristics of A&T. They're going to understand how we operate. They're going to understand, how things flow. By their senior year, they're going to set the tone, and they're going to lay the traditions and the foundations. And it happens like that in a cycle over and over again. And so I'm glad that tradition and just that spirit of A&T isn't lost. Now, let me ask you this. Let's say it's Friday night. Let's say HBCU trades. You've done all the work you're going to do for that in the week. You had a great week. You're like, you know what? Tonight is about me. Tonight is about Kyle. I'm going to have some fun. What are you going to do? What does that look like for you?
So honestly, me and my friends, we have like a big thing about, like, we love going to Cheesecake Factory. That's one of our favorite restaurants. So me and my friends, we always like to go out to Cheesecake Factory and then maybe hit like a bowling alley afterwards. That's just like one of the things like we do pretty much almost every other Saturday, or like Monday. If we miss a Saturday, we go on the Monday. Because the bowling alleys are really a good time. As a lot of A&T people like to go to the bowling alleys nowadays. So yeah, we link up at the bowling alley. We just have a good time, bowl for probably about an hour and a half. And it's just like a good place for us to have good conversation, catch up with one another. Because during the week, we're a little bit busy. So like at the bowling alley, we're pretty much able to just have good conversation, catch up, see what's going on in each other's lives, and just have a good time.
Gotcha. Good stuff. So I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're enjoying your life. Like that's what I want for all young Aggies. I want you to learn. I want you to take advantage of this amazing institution that's going to fine tune the knowledge you have. It's going to teach you new things. It's going to train your brain on how to be more successful than it is. But I also want you to enjoy life and have fun. I can say A&T is probably some of the funnest times in my life. And so, definitely have fun. Even with what you're doing, I salute you, Black man. I salute you for real. Starting your company, business on your mind, you're making it work at an early age. Continue to do that. But also continue to have fun. Like I will tell you, like life is so amazing when you live it correctly. And only you can decide what's correct for you. But continue to do that. I'm glad to see that there's people out there, there's young people out there that's still taking advantage of life on every front. Take advantage of the fun you can have, take advantage of the opportunity to create wealth and to create businesses and to create something that's going to last long after you're long gone. So I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're building business. HBCUTRADES, I'm definitely going to continue to watch it. I'm going to continue to see the great things that are going to come from it. I'm hoping this won't be the last time that the HBCUTRADES and HBCU Wall Street can connect and do something big together. But I appreciate the man that you are, man. I appreciate learning a little bit more about you. Now let me ask you this. So when it comes to what you do with HBCUTRADES, how can people find you? Do you have, what are your social media handles, your website? Tell people if they're interested in learning more about you and HBCUTRADES, where do they go?
So on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube, we can be found at HBCUTRADES. And in the link in the bio on Instagram, I have the website as well as the way to like donate to the organization for the cause of like the scholarships, as well as to like to join as a member as well. We don't have our own domain for the website yet, but it's like a generated website, but it doesn't have its own domain attached to it.
Okay, got it. Well, good, man. You all heard that. Check him out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Listen, follow this brother. Understand what he's doing. Take a look at the business. If you want more money in your life, hey, check this dude out. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate learning a little bit more about you. I can't wait to be able to incorporate now a whole nother cousin, Kyle, in my rotation when I come home from GHO. I'm looking forward to it. Even we're going to have to talk to you because, we sponsor something called Aggies Excel, and Aggies Excel, every GHO you're going to find us there. And Aggies Excel, there's no shortage of parties, no shortage of fun when it comes to GHO. But Aggies Excel is that time to where we bring together all the business minds of A&T, all the entrepreneurs of A&T, all the investors, all those people that are forward thinking. And we still have fun doing Aggies Excel, but we're able to network and share information. I've made money from people that my business has made money from people that I met at Aggies excel and vice versa. I've had contracts with them. I've done collaborations with them. And so definitely look at it and just incorporating you deeper in that family, man. But I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. And we are really excited to look out to see what's coming next with Kyle Carter, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me as well.
No problem. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Ambitious, audacious, creative, HBCU educated, fearless, original, unapologetic entrepreneur investor. That's a great shirt.
HBCUWallStreet.com.